Good morning, Facebook family and friends. It's Wisdom Wednesday, and my name is Debbie.
And I'm Norm.
And we are coming to you live today from a farmer's field. And not very many farmers have logging equipment in their fields. So my dad, he's been a logger for over 50 years, and I don't think we can ever get the logger out of his blood. And one thing that I was always taught was to dream big, work hard, stay focused, and surround yourself with good people. And, I started at a very young age. Apparently I was like 3 when I was unhooking chokers in the bush. And I actually went to Revelstoke. It's about a 2.5-hour drive from Kelowna on Monday. And I was talking with some people, and it came up that I was a logger. And then I mentioned that at one point I had actually gone to Revelstoke and demoed a machine with my dad when I was about 12 years old. And the gentleman that was there, he kind of turns his head a little bit and he looks at me.
You were 16.
Was I 16? Okay, well, you know what? Age is irrelevant at this point. So anyways, we figure it was about 85 or 86 that Dad and I went to Revelstoke and demoed this machine. But there's an interesting story about when we were demoing the machine. So I'm going to let my dad tell you this story really quick.
In 1980, Duncan Logging bought a Hahn harvester, and it could be run by one person or 2 people. And
I actually have a picture as you're
she has a
doing that.
picture, okay. And the salesman's name, we bought it from Wade Jackson. The salesman's name was Jack McLeod.
So I don't know how good you'll be able to see this with the glare, but that's what a Hahn looks like.
And Vern Cote ran the first one, and he had Dominic on the loader end. And then when the next year we bought the second one, and Vern and his wife Heather ran it, and Dominic Regan ran the second one. And on the other end of it with Dominic was Margot, and that's Vern's sister-in-law.
Hi, Margot.
Hi, we're telling stories now. And we bought 3 of them, and we decided to, when we found something better, we decided to upgrade. So we went to a case with a Denis on it, and we traded one of these off to Jack Milos, Milos Equipment in Kamloops, and he had a chance to demo it up at Revelstoke at Keystone Creek, and he asked us to go. So I took Debbie with me, and we went up there, and we were working for Scott's. They were working for Downey at the time, and Debbie is going to tell you part of the story.
So Dad and I, we were demoing this machine, and obviously somebody was standing up beside Dad at when he was doing it. But anyways, I'm regressing here for a second. So I'm talking about going to Revelstoke, and there's this gentleman there, and he's listening intently, and he's kind of turning his head a little bit, and he's like, "Do you remember a helicopter coming there?" I'm like, "Yes." I said, "When Dad and I were there," I said, "a gentleman had gotten out of the machine," and explain how that worked with the claws.
Well, there was the grab arms on the Hahn, and a stick got jammed in there, and he got out and he was trying to get it free, and he wanted me to wiggle the controls, so I did. And somehow, I don't know how, but he broke his leg.
He broke his leg. There was bones and blood spurting, and Dad didn't want me around, so he sent me to the truck. And I remember the helicopter coming to get this guy. And the funniest thing is that this gentleman that I met with on Monday, who I'd never met before in my life, he was actually the bush boss there, and he was there when that happened. So it was just kind of funny the way things kind of work, and how you just never know who you're going to run into and what connections that you're actually going to have. And Mom, I think Dad was telling me as well that because my memory, it kind of when we were kids, but at one point my friend Bonnie Carlson and I, we actually ran that piece of equipment ourselves up on Philpott Road, which is just outside of Kelowna, which was kind of cool to do as well. And you know, Dad and I went hunting here this fall, and you know, we were looking at the places that we had operated this equipment, and the trees are all grown up again, and almost time to relog them almost.
Yeah, and Evan ran the main part of the haunt too, and our supervisor, his daughter-in-law Lisa, was running the loader end for him, and they worked behind a high lead a lot, and it's just that everybody kept busy doing things. And
you bet. And so what I find super cool is, and I've said it before, is that, you know, my dad, he was ahead of his time, and, you know, he's had women working in the bush in a man's field since the early 80s. You know, that was kind of unheard of. And, you know, he put his faith in women. He knew that, you know, if we put our minds to it, we could do it. And, you know, I know Margot, I think Margot was about 18.
yes.
Margot was about 18, and she just had a birthday recently, but I won't say how old she is now because, you know, some women don't like their birthdays being told. But so pretty much today, we just wanted to talk a little bit about the logging, and you know, and working hard for something that we care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. So, you know, live your life with passion. If you're not enjoying your work, you know, maybe look at doing something different, or finding something that you can be grateful for in the job that you're doing to make your life a little less stressful. And, you know, we want to live our lives with passion, and we don't want to live life in the past lane. So let's switch gears and move to the fast lane. Any other words of wisdom?
No.
No? So I just want to show you here. This is one of the pieces of equipment we actually have here at the farm that Dad's doing a little bit of logging. And I just want to show you here what Dad's little sign was for the Duncan logging. It's pretty cool, and stump to dump with the axe and the trees, and it was pretty cool. So anyways, folks, you all have a fabulous Wednesday, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.